The Bridgeport Islanders signed Connor McCarthy to a 2-year deal. Who is he and what do we need to know about him? Who is Connor McCarthy? I didn't know who he was until the Islanders signed him. So what do we need to know about him? Let's break it down into 4 different categories. Who is he? What has he done? So production. What are his pros as a player? What are his cons as a player? And then a quick prediction about what he could maybe be if he ever reaches the NHL level. So first, who is Connor McCarthy? He's a defenseman out of Clarkson University. That much you already know. But what you probably don't know is this guy is huge. Like, massive. He's 6'7", 238 pounds. Let me just put that into context in NHL terms. There may be 3 guys, skaters, that are bigger than he is. And I don't think there's a goalie that is maybe either. I didn't look at the goalies. Either way, there may be 3 guys that are bigger than he is. Zdeno Chara at 6'9", then you've got Tyler Myers at 6'8", and you've got Jamie Oleksiak, who's just a bit bigger than he is at 6'7", 255. That's it. That's the list. This guy is big in terms of hockey terms. He's a right-handed shot defenseman, and he plays big minutes on Clarkson's top pair. That's just what you need to know in terms of who he is as a player. Now, when we look at his production, when you look at his size and the amount of points he puts up, it kind of makes a little sense. But there's more offensive upside to his game than just like he's a big guy. So in his first year, let me put it up so you can see it. He's got a point in 9 games. Nothing fancy there. Sophomore season goes up to 14 points in 39 games. Trending up. He's getting more responsibility. Things are going better. He starts playing on the power play here. That is key. The next year, his junior year, 20 points in 34 games, 9 goals. He's playing on the power play more consistently here and obviously putting up points. He's used everywhere on the power play. Point, he's used net front, he's used off the wall even I've seen. He's all over the place, and he's just there to fire pucks on net and obviously block the goalie's vision as a 6'7", 238-pound person would do in hockey. Last year, 8 points in 22 games. Not a great year, but it's hard to find a lot of players who had a great COVID-impacted year. But still, Clarkson finished in the top of the ECAC, so they had a good season altogether. The production may not have been there, but he was still a big factor for them. So we know who he is. We know his production and what kind of points he's putting up. What are his pros as a player? Well, he plays big minutes. So that's a guy who can be out there 25 plus minutes a night and give you consistent effort. He is big size, right? Like, he's already ready to play a man's game because he's got a man's body. He's, again, 6'7", 238. There are very few people who are bigger and that can move him around in any league at any level in professional hockey. He's good on the power play. He plays a lot of time for Clarkson's power play. I'm not saying he's going to step in and take over on the Bridgeport Islanders power play, but he can certainly be a factor for them with that right shot cannon. With that being said, his shot is absolutely an asset of his. So we talk about he can absolutely rip pucks. He gets velocity, but he's got accuracy. He gets that puck towards the net, or at least in the vicinity of it. He's not firing wide and all over the place like Ryan Pulock is. He's getting that shot on the net where it could be most utilized to either get in the goal or for someone to redirect it. Last one here, discipline. You would think that when a big player like this is going to take penalties, he's going to have to maybe not fight because they don't really do that at the NCAA level, but he was going to, a lot of tripping calls, lazy plays, all kinds of that, or get, dragged into being more of a physical player. When you look at his penalty minutes per year, they don't go above 12. That's the most he has in a full season at the NCAA levels, 12 penalty minutes. This kid plays a disciplined game, and that's already an advantage. The cons, however, he's not the greatest skater. Then again, he's 6'7", 238. If you expect him to be Connor McDavid, you got to think of other things here. Like, he's good enough for his size, but I wouldn't say skating is his thing. Don't expect Nick Leddy out there. When it comes to his size, he's not that tough. Like, you wouldn't say that he is a physically imposing player by the way he plays and by the way he uses that frame. That's not his game. That can certainly be added to his game because he's already got that size to utilize, and I'm sure Brent Thompson will do so. But at this point of his career, he's not that type of player. And last one, he may not have NHL skill. So the ceiling for him might be AHL level. I'm not going to say he's only ever going to play the AHL. I would love for that to flourish into something more. But as it stands now, I don't see anything above AHL level. So with that, the prediction, I think if he gets to the NHL level, it's at best a bottom 4 guy. So like that's at best he's in a Scott Mayfield type of role at the NHL level, and like pigeon him in for 15 points. That's the ceiling I think it is for Connor McCarthy. Maybe it gets better than that. We'll have to see that over the next 2 years for his contract, over the next 2 years of his contract, I should say. But as it stands now, it's a bottom 4, maybe even bottom 6, 15-point NHLer. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. There will be more coming on my coverage for Islanders prospects. Thank you, and we'll see you later.